How's it going, guys? This is PTR down 2. I'm going to run through some of the new changes that are coming to Diablo 3 in the PTR. Mostly adventure, it's pretty much all adventure mode, rift stuff. I'm going to go over what the changes are. They're pretty cool and exciting. So, I mean, there's not that many games going on right now. I'm going to try to join one of them. We'll see what happens. Looks like we got into a game right away. I put this down on 3 because 4 I'm not as effective. Shit. I forgot I gotta put headphones on because otherwise you're gonna hear my computer speakers. So let's put one of these in here so I can hear and talk. Looks like a game is going on here. Let's jump right in. Rift key fragment costs a rift key to join any rift key in any, rift. This is just a regular rift, I think. We'll get down to business. Maybe we'll find some stuff. A cool new thing is this calculator for your gold that you collect. So if there's a large amount on the ground, you know how much you've just picked up. See? Adds it up right there. Keep your eye on that, and you'll see. See here it comes. Here's a big pile of gold right here, and you see the gold add up right there. Pretty cool little feature. I like it. Looks like this is good because we're gonna finish this main rift. It's not really what we want to really even see. We want to see the greater rifts and the cool new changes. They're not much different about their the regular rift. This bar is a little different. They changed that up, make it look a little bit more stylized. I really like what they did with the game. It makes it so adventure mode has like a process with the rifts. Rifts are obviously very popular, so they wanted to instead just make regular rifts. They wanted to make it so that you had to do all these other things to get to greater rifts. The rift key trials are really exciting because based on how you do with the rift key trials determines how difficult and how cool of a greater rift you get. So I really like it. It's really cool. It's a really cool balanced thing that's, you have to figure out how far you can go first. So here's a rift key, stone of trials. That's what we want, so we can do the rift key trials and get a big greater rift to go into. So I'm going to ask the group if we could do the rift key trial. See, this is what I didn't like, is that if I had my own game, I could almost just, I don't know. It's hard to get people to do things that you want to do in these games. So I'm going to go talk to Orc, close that rift, because I have an agenda. I want to do rift key trials and then a greater rift. So we go over here. I'm going to do this. This is a cool new feature. It's a salvage feature where they got all these different buttons. So you got all the yellows here. They're usually crap. They usually don't help me out very much at all. So I hit the yellow button. Boom. All salvaged. Done. This is the rift key trial stone. You need this to open the rift key trial. So I dump everything here. And then we're going to start a trials. I'm going to put this up here and accept. And now invites have been sent to people. One guy said yes. Hello, Mr. Tyrael. Second guy said yes. And we're just waiting on this guy. What else is new that we're dealing with in here? So that guy doesn't want anything to do with it, so he's being kicked out. We don't want anything to be harder. So, because we're only 3 here, we want a match of that really trials only 3 people, not 4. So it starts out really easy. Rift Key trials are like a this horde mode kind of. I hate to say it because every game has a horde mode, but this is like, you know, trying to figure out your abilities, I guess. So you go wave after wave, and there's a time limit on it. So I'm just placing my Hydra down. My Hydra casts Nova Frost, which I love. Love Nova Frost. Helps me out a lot. So the first waves are fairly inconsequential, not that difficult, very easy. But they progress. They get harder and harder. I think the highest one I got to with a group was level 21 Greater Rift Key. Yeah, so some easy stuff, but I'm noticing higher difficulty coming. The guys are getting more and more harder. Gotta keep casting that Hydra because it runs out. Cast it a few seconds before they show up so that the frost nova happens during the time that they're there. Because when you cast the Frost Hydra, it doesn't do the Nova right away. It takes a few seconds. So after this, I'll probably start a different video. Stay tuned for that. To watch the second half, because I don't want to do a whole 1-hour video. It just seems stupid. So now I'm going to start using my arcane orb because it's starting to get a little difficult. We're doing pretty good though. We're at wave 14 over here. So the higher you get in this, the better, I guess, the rewards are for the Greater Rift. A lot of times in a Greater Rift, I've gotten two legendaries and these new legendary gems, which are pretty neat. I like the gem system. You can really create something, again, creating something original to you, which I like. It's really cool with those legendary gems. Guys are starting to get a little bit more difficult. As you can see, I regenerate my arcane power through the electrocute. That's how I like to play. We're at 21. You know, when the first waves happen, the monsters don't get very close to you. But they get closer and closer. Each one. Oh, I paragoned up till 200, the big 200. We're at level 21 now. I'm not sure if there's a cap on these things or not, but I think we've gotten to... I've done somewhere in the 20s. Uh-oh. Starting to get kind of hard. And that's where we finished. We got a Greater Rift Keystone of 15. And we're done. So that's it for this video. I'm going to do a video in a second where you can click on that one next. I'm PanteraDown2. Follow me on Twitter at PanteraDown2. And like and subscribe this video. Stay tuned for the next one where we enter the Greater Rift. Thank you very much for watching. And again, come back. There's the next video coming up.